So on June 27th, 2014, I completed P90x3 Classic Series. I absolutely loved this challenge and I wanted to talk a little bit about it with you. This is the first time that I've ever bought a workout DVD and stuck to the workout schedule that they provide with it. I will say, for future reference, this is a great idea. They definitely spend a lot of time making sure that they are organizing the schedule appropriately to get the results that you're looking for. So it was really nice to see that they were spreading out the workouts the way that my body needed them to be so that I didn't overdo something, and it prevented me from skipping things that I dislike, like cardio. On the end of the 90 days, my body fat percent had gone down by 6%, which I was really excited about. I lost 2 pounds, which I wasn't trying to lose any more weight, so I'm happy with that. My arms increased 1/8 of an inch. My chest increased 3/4 of an inch. My waist decreased 1 1/4 inches. My hips decreased 2 1/4 inches. My left thigh remained the same size, but my right thigh did increase 3/4 of an inch, which actually made them equal, so I was fine with that. And my calves went down 1/2 an inch in size. Overall, although I don't have massive number changes from the program, I will say my muscles are much more defined and my physique is definitely different, so I'm really pleased with the results. Let's talk a little bit about the program. There's 16 different workouts to this program, so lots of variety, keeping it entertaining. There's total synergistics. This is resistance training, which covers multiple muscle groups, forcing them to work together, and we use weights. I did really like this. I love total body workouts, and I love weight training, so that was one of my favorite programs. CVX is cardio weight training, so you're doing cardio moves with weights. This increases the intensity of the workout, burning more calories. I mentioned I don't like cardio. I actually really liked CVX. There was a lot of variety to it, and I think the fact that there was weights in my hands made me want to tolerate the cardio a little bit more. We did Pilates on transition weeks. I've never been a huge fan of Pilates. I know it's really good for your core and teaching you how to breathe properly to protect your spine. The breathing just messes me up. I will say they did a great job explaining it, and after a couple repetitions of the program, I did start to really enjoy it, even though Pilates isn't my thing. I did absolutely love the yoga program. I love yoga. It definitely was the perfect program in my opinion because it was very challenging, but at the same time anyone could do it. I host fit clubs and people who have never done yoga came and they were able to modify and really enjoyed the practice. This particular one definitely focused on strength and endurance and balance, and it was a nice little stress relief every week that we got to throw in there. The agility program is essentially training for speed, endurance, and power. This was probably my second to least favorite program just because it was all cardio and it's essentially Simon Says. If you're just running around crazy, doing what Tony says, making sure you hit certain marks. And that's where you get that precision in. I'm sure if I got to do it frequently, I would have learned to like it a little bit more as I started to learn the routines as it went on. I did appreciate the program better, but it was still one of my least favorites. Triometrics is one move with 3 levels of intensity. I did really like this program. It's really essentially like, okay, we start gentle and then moderately and then extreme. The problem is that you're never thinking that. So when you start gentle, you're really starting moderate. So then by the time you get to extreme, it's super extreme. And you really are pushing yourself, which is how Tony Horton gets all those crazy 42-inch jumps onto platforms at 56 years old. Incinerator is a resistance exercise followed by a bodyweight exercise on the same muscle, resulting in you burning out that muscle. I really liked this program. It definitely made me sweat. Again, I like body muscle programs where you're using your own weight, and then you also had the extra resistance. The challenge was probably my least favorite program, although I will say it did make me learn to love push-ups. I absolutely love push-ups now, which is crazy. When I started this, I would swear at Tony. in my living room as I would try and do them. Pretty much you just pick a number and you stick with it. So for every style push-up he wanted you to do, you had to do that many reps. Every style pull-up or chin-up he wanted you to do, you had to do that many reps. I think the reason I didn't like it was just because it was boring, because it was a little bit repetitive. The Warrior was an awesome routine. Each routine had an upper interval, a core move, and an explosive lower body exercise, and it definitely made you feel like a warrior. It was a lot of fun, a lot of variety. It made me sweat. MMX is the mixed martial arts routine, and it was a ton of fun. I will say that it didn't explain in depth enough all the moves, so even though I really liked it, when I would redo that routine every single time, I had to like pause and watch to see what he was doing. I couldn't just do it from memory. That being said, you know, if I had more MMX experience with another program such as Les Mills Combat, I probably would have been able to pick it up a little bit smoother. Isometrics was awesome. Again, I really like yoga, and isometrics is essentially the hardest part of yoga. You're holding the poses for a significant period of time. So each pose was held for 45 seconds. This program made you sweat, which was really fun because of the fact that you were really just sweating because you were tensing your muscles and holding your body tight for 45 seconds at a time. It definitely gets you good core muscles and good balance, which is a necessity, especially for preventing injuries when you're doing more high action, high impact routines. Dynamics is actually your rest day option. So the program is 6 days a week with the option of a 7th workout day. I never skip dynamics. When I first started this program, I asked someone in one of my challenge groups, do I rest or do I do dynamics? And they said, do dynamics. It really makes a difference. And I never skipped a dynamics. Pretty much what's happening is it's preparing the body by using flexibility and stretching while you increase your core temp, allowing your body to restore itself. So it's bringing all the fluid back into the joints, it's stretching your body out from all the impact workouts and the muscle building that you did all week. I absolutely love the routine, and I'll use it even when I'm not doing P90x3. The accelerator program is essentially every exercise had 2 speeds. So it was really hardcore cardio. It was a lot of fun. It did go by quick, but you know, you definitely felt the burn and the sweat and had to take some moments to breathe at the beginning. Decelerator is a program where the exercises focus on the landing of the exercise, making sure that you're landing softly so that you don't injure yourself and you can prep yourself in the future when you're moving to not cause injuries. And, you know, it's a very interesting workout to have to really focus on how you're positioning your body at the end. I did really enjoy that one as well. Eccentric upper is a routine that lengthens the muscle under tension at a slow speed, which results in increasing your strength. Eccentric lower is very similar, but it's working on your lower body. I did enjoy both of these a lot. It was fun to, like, you move quick and then you slow down. You move quick and then you slow down. It was a totally new experience for me that I really enjoyed. Then there's a whole section of what they call elite workouts. Elite workouts are not included in your base package. You can buy the deluxe one or you can buy them separately after, which is what I did. And there's 3: upper complex, complex lower, and ab ripper. So complex upper, I really liked. You push and pull until you can't recover anymore, and that's how you get more power. It's kind of similar to the challenge where there's a lot of pull-ups and a lot of push-ups, but for some reason it was like a faster pace and more variety, and I didn't get as bored with that. So in block 3, when you could swap out the challenge for complex upper, that's what I did. Complex lower was 5 different exercises that yield an explosive power. So, you know, same thing. You're burning out the muscle. I did really enjoy that one as well. Ab ripper is great. There's no place on the schedule to stick it in, so I just did it randomly. It's 15 minutes of 8 core exercises. It is intense. You definitely feel the burn, and even maybe a little pukey while you're doing it, but it was totally worth it. Overall, I absolutely loved this program. I love Tony Horton. I think he's hysterical, so that was always amusing to me. I like to laugh while I work out. If I'm going to be in pain, I might as well be having fun. I will do the program again, so that, is a definite. I actually am doing PIO right now. Probably my only complaint about P90x3 is that there wasn't enough stretching. When you're doing so much impact and so many weights, your body tightens up and you get joint and muscle injuries. So I think there should have been more stretching and flexibility incorporated into the program. The last week, and it was literally just last week, I did have a lot of muscle soreness and joint pain, not to the point where it was uncomfortable, but to the point where I knew that I needed to go back to doing a little bit more of a stretching routine. So I'm going to do PIO, and then I'm actually going to recombine these because I just love my results from P90x3 and how it made me feel overall. So I hope that helps you decide if this is the right program for you. You're always welcome to comment below or message me, and I'll answer any specific questions you have. Thanks.